The D.C. prosecutor's office is the top of the pyramid when it comes to the most corrupt secrets of D.C. People think about the abuses of the FBI, and you have to understand the FBI serves the Justice Department. The FBI is the investigative arm of the Justice Department. So when the FBI spies on you, that means the prosecutors approved it. When the FBI raids your home, that means the Justice Department approved it. And the Justice Department has main justice, that's Pam Bondi, but it's got the different branch offices in all of the different jurisdictions in the United States. And the most important jurisdiction when it comes to cleaning up the swamp is the jurisdiction over the swamp, Washington, D.C. That is the position that Ed Martin has been nominated to be the head of the D.C. Justice Department, the U.S. Attorney for the District of Columbia. And so all secrets flow through there. All investigations flow through there. All local authorizations for the FBI flow through there. So anything that you want to do to clean up the swamp that requires the Justice Department is going to require somebody who believes in Donald Trump's agenda and can be trusted to take on very, very serious and dark forces. And if Ed Martin is not confirmed by the time that his term runs out as acting U.S. Attorney for the District of Columbia on May 19th, that is less than 2 weeks away now, Judge Boasberg, the most corrupt, he's the Chief Justice for the D.C. Circuit, by law will get to handpick the D.C. prosecutors. So there have been all these scandals. There have been lawsuits now filed about Judge Boasberg potentially circumventing the random selection process in order to airdrop into handling cases that have all gone in the most monstrous way possible. Well, he will get to not just handpick cases, he'll get to handpick the prosecutor, and the prosecutor will get to dictate the FBI. So if Ed Martin is not confirmed, all of the momentum we have had for the past 100-odd days is going to stop. It will be a screeching stop to all of it, and there will be almost no hope for serious reform of the federal agencies, of federal bureaucrats, or anything. This is a hand-wrapped gift to Norm Eisen and all of the little color revolution plotters to not just take their control over the judiciary, but add the prosecutors, who are the most dangerous of all.
And walk us through why you think Tillis, who of course is sort of a representation of the forces that oppose him, like you alluded to, Norm Eisen, Mark Elias, why do you think he has become the hotbed of resistance in this case? Well, this is where it gets into speculation for me. I get the sense that he's jumping on the grenade where several other Republicans in the Senate who tend to go against the Trump agenda are saying that they've now switched. There were about 5 of them who seem to indicate they would be blocking Ed Martin, but one by one they have indicated that they will approve Ed Martin if it comes to a committee vote. And there's 12 Senate Republicans on that Senate Judicial Committee. It requires a unanimous vote to get it off the committee and onto the floor. And Thom Tillis is the one of the 12 who is saying that he is going to hold that up. And here's where, to me, it gets very dark. Thom Tillis has made precisely one public statement about this to the press, and that was just this morning, where he said it was January 6th that is the reason that he is not going to approve Ed Martin. And obviously, January 6th was a Fedsurrection. January 6th also happened, checks notes, four years and 4 months ago? It has no play today. Everyone who did not commit a violent crime that day has been pardoned by the President of the United States. There are no active cases when it comes to peaceful protesters. This is not just an ancient memory. It's settled. It's done. For that to be invoked as the reason to block Ed Martin suggests something much darker to me. Because if you actually parse that statement that Senator Thom Tillis said, he mentions towards the end of his remarks that he was apprehensive about Ed Martin pursuing a Fedsurrection theory of the case. He alludes to the fact that he says that there was no federal involvement. That was a sort of pipe dream. I'm paraphrasing what he says. And he slips that in there, and I find that very curious because he's a senator from North Carolina. And North Carolina is the heart of the, shall we say, Mark Milley deep state when it comes to all things psychological operations, domestic, a very nasty history of domestic interference in domestic politics.